Greetings, Lightseekers, and welcome to Superior Seekers.
Your source for everything Lightseekers.
And where the superior elements are always knowledge
and fun.
We are here to drop some knowledge bombs on you today.
Speculative knowledge bombs.
Right. They might be wrong, but
we don't know.
We don't know.
This is completely unofficial and speculative.
And we're just having fun with it.
Yes. But today, we're going to do three things. We're going to talk about card cycles, which is pretty cool. And then we're going to talk about the new combos, which are in a card cycle, and the Mythic Heroes, and we're going to predict the last combo and the last three Mythic Heroes.
Indeed we are. So a card cycle, for any of you that are newer to TCGs or just unfamiliar, it's a group of cards that share a common theme or pattern. Tons of other games use them, and in Wave 1 of Lightseekers we did see them as well.
Yeah, the combos, they had one of each element, plus one of those represented twice. So like double explosive, then mechanical, and then time, for example. And there was one of those for every element where there was a double, and then you had the other ones in the order. With this wave, we're seeing that you're getting double of the first element, and then you're getting double of the final element on the hero as well.
And the card cycle allows us to take the knowledge that we have so far from the card reveals and make some speculations on what else we're going to be able to see. So, for right now, these are the combos that we have seen revealed so far. We have Quantum Loop.
We have Reality Rift.
Volcanic Eruption.
Spirit Walk.
And Obfuscation.
And the only one that's left is the Storm. So the Storm one...
if it follows the pattern of all of the rest.
If it follows the pattern, then it will be Lightning, Lightning.
Air, Air.
Right. So you'll have two elements at the beginning and two at the end, just like the other ones. This is a card cycle. It would complete the 6-card cycle. And then our next cycle is what everyone's super excited about for this set.
The Mythic Heroes.
Right. So we have so far...
General Carnage, which is Dread and Tech.
We have Sun Hunter Tuktu, and that is Astral and Mountain.
And then we have Overseer Tuskrage, which is Tech Nature. So let's talk a little bit about the elements of the cards, because that kind of gives us an idea of where Playfusion and Lightseekers TCG is going.
Right, so when they originally announced that they were doing cross-order heroes, a lot of people were talking about, you know, whether they'd mix certain elements together. And if you look at the elements, it's a little more predictable than I think everyone was thinking, because the first element is usually pretty aggressive. It does a lot of damage, for example.
Second element is usually very defensive.
Right, and then the third one is where most of the buff removal is, with the exception of Tech, but they do have Warp Toad and stuff like that in that final element.
I like to call it the utility element.
Right, it's mostly utility. There's a lot of like drawing cards, like an Astral Gravity draws you cards. It has the buff removal, things like that. And we're noticing that all of these heroes so far have the defensive element, the middle one, swapped out.
Which is good, because then that means that you're not going to have multiple abilities to have buff removal.
Right, or like you can have Bubblefish and you can have Mountain Fort in the same deck without having to put any items in there. So it makes it very balanced. It just gives you some really cool options for decks where you don't have to have items, or you can put items in there to have access to all the combos for your original element, for example. So, we take this information, we have the 3 Mythic Heroes so far, and then we have the combos which are corresponding with the first and last elements of those. So, we're going to have 6. We know we're going to have 6 total of both of those. So, we're looking at the fourth one. What do we think that is and why?
Well, we have a little bit of information with the fourth one. They had on the playmat... there was a playmat that had art that had spoiled cards, and one of those was announced that it was going to be a Mythic Hero. If you look at it, it has Umbron horns that are thorny, so I think Nature Dread. It was also spoiled by one of the employees of Playfusion, so we're operating a little bit on some information, but we know it's going to be Nature Dread. And General Carnage has main Dread for his elements, so this Umbron Thorny hero, this amalgamation, is going to be main Nature.
Right, so we're thinking animal, and then it's going to be death, and then it's going to be soul. And if you look at the combo Spirit Walk, that fits right in with that. It's double animal and double soul. It lines right up with this cycle of cards. And then the other cool thing is we're going to predict it's going to be superior animal because of what Spirit Walk does, just solely based on that. Because bringing back all your animal cards seems like it would synergize really well with a hero that has superior animal.
A wee beastie deck.
Right. So we're pretty confident in this one. We know what the art is, and we are pretty sure this is what it's going to be. Now, with this knowledge, it only leaves a couple of options for our last 2 Mythic Heroes. We have a mountain.
And storm we're missing as well.
Right, and then our sub-elements, if it follows the cycle, we're going to have one of each order represented in a sub-element as well, and the ones left are also storm.
And astral.
Right, so we're not going to have a double storm, because that wouldn't be a cross-order hero. So our mountain has to have
Storm.
So we're going to predict that it's going to be fire, it's going to be water, and it's going to be crystal.
And then for storm, we're going to have lightning, lunar, air.
Right, so we're looking at all of the heroes so far.
Yeah.
We don't know what the art's going to look like.
We have no idea what the abilities are going to be. We're not even going to try to guess those.
Right. I also really don't have any guesses on superior elements for the other ones. The one for the Nature Dread was solely based on the combo. So if you have any ideas, feel free to put them in the comments. If there's anything you think, you can read the tea leaves and the cards kind of show you, hey, it's going to be this kind of a deck, or you think it's going to be built around this cross-order hero, put it in the comments. We'd love to see your ideas. We'd love to have some conversation around that because we're super excited for the new set. And
we are.
Obviously, if we're trying to predict all the new heroes, we can't wait. So
definitely. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We definitely want to hear your opinions, so let us know.
Thanks for watching.